This is Work for Yourself, the ultimate guide to creating your own job and working for yourself. Learn the ways on how you can create your own job so you don't need to look for one anymore. Written by C.K. Spades. Read by Emma Bowman. Introduction. The truth about the job market. It's no secret that the job market is more volatile and unpredictable than ever these days. Depending on where you live, the unemployment rates can fluctuate from a reasonable 7% to as high as 25%, and who knows exactly how high they could go in the near future. Finding a job is almost impossible. Companies everywhere are cutting costs and downsizing like there's no tomorrow. For many companies, there really is no tomorrow. Even the fail-proof companies are seeing bankruptcies and buyouts more often than ever in the past 100 years. If you don't already have a steady, stable job with a well-established company, then you definitely picked the wrong decade to be unemployed in. Even if you have a stable job, there's really no telling if it will be there next month, or even next week. So what's the solution? What can you do? You can't just magically change the economy and make the job market better. You probably won't get a lot done by writing a letter to your senator either. Believe it or not, there is a solution, and it requires a lot of work and dedication, but it's a lot better than being unemployed. Create your own job. I know that sounds a little funny when you just look at it like that, but it's the truth. There are no jobs out there, and the few that are open are only going to highly qualified people with years of experience. So unless you fit that category, you have to create your own job. Specifically, I'm talking about freelancing. People have been doing freelancing for thousands of years. Even in ancient Rome, the army hired mercenaries to go into battle when there weren't enough soldiers. Mercenaries were freelance warriors. They weren't employed full-time by a particular nation's army. They just worked for whoever was willing to pay the most. Hopefully, you don't have to do any paid fighting anytime soon, but the spirit of the mercenary and the idea of contract work carries on thousands of years later in the form of freelancing. By becoming your own boss and establishing contract relationships, you open up a world of money-making possibilities while completely abandoning all of the negative aspects that come with a typical 9-to-5 job. In this book, we're going to explore the many options you have should you choose to become a freelancer. We're going to talk about freelance work in a way that allows you to learn the essential techniques regardless of what field you choose to freelance in, be it business, graphic design, or even housekeeping. Chapter 1. Why freelance? So what's so great about freelance work exactly? Well, let me start out by giving you an example of the type of person freelancing is not good for. If the following paragraph describes your life, then you can stop reading this and just go back to what you were doing. Do you enjoy getting up early every single morning and wading through miles of traffic to get to work? Do you find it exciting seeing the exact same people every single day, 5 to 6 days a week, with absolutely no variety or change? Are you your boss's best friend? Do you look forward to answering to your boss and having to meet his or her deadlines constantly? Do you enjoy never seeing your family members during the day, or always having to miss out on events like school recitals and soccer games? Is it fun to make poverty-level wages and live paycheck to paycheck so that you pretty much have no variety in your life, because any big expense could make your bills come crashing down on you? If you answered yes to all of those questions, then as I said, stop reading and go back to your wonderful life. Freelance work probably isn't for you. If you did freelance work, you'd be your own boss. You'd be taking your career into your own hands and having complete control over your life. You can just throw this book away or delete it from your hard drive. Now, if you didn't answer yes to all of those questions, you might be the type of person who could have a lucrative career freelancing. Get comfortable, grab a pen and a pad of paper so you can take some notes, and get ready to explore one of the most rewarding and lucrative ways of making a living in the 21st century. Does freelancing mean you will get rich overnight? No. It takes work and dedication.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?